Hey, welcome back. Glad you're joining us to watch nothing in particular. This time, we're playing Shapes and Beats.
Yeah, more shapes.
And more beats.
What more could you want?
Story, which this also has.
It has a story, you know?
Yeah, it has a story of shapes and a story of beats. And a story of shapes beating each other into other shapes.
Yo, that's deep.
Yeah. It's all about systemic oppression. It's not. Oh, this one's good too. I love this fucking game.
It's again, it's just.
You know what this game actually kind of reminds me of?
What?
Do you ever remember seeing the ads for that Connect Fantasia game?
No.
Well, it was a Fantasia game where like the whole thing is like instead of dancing, you're conducting to songs, and like little magical effects like lights and all this stuff would happen. And it's one of the few enjoyable games that the Connect made.
Oh.
But also just like that kind of feeling of Fantasia in general. I don't know, it kind of looks like a Disney light show, and I like that. Surprise, saying I like something that's Disney.
I just had this thought.
Especially Disney parks related. Like essentially somebody could be like, "Hey, do you want me to pee on you?" No. But what if I give you this limited edition Haunted Mansion merch? How long are you going to do it?
I'm thinking about like this game. Ah, shit. And what it looks like. Alright, I'm not touching it. I'm not touching it.
Yeah, you were definitely slower.
Because I'm trying to remember what the first game on the Switch I actually played was. Because I didn't get a Switch until
Mine was Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, but like playing like your guys' Switches, you know?
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure this was one of the first games I played on the
Probably,
Switch.
because I brought it to Game Hangouts.
And it's like I just like that one of the first it's like you got this sick new piece of technology, and one of the first games that you play is just a game of shapes and beats.
Oh, you know what else it reminds me of?
Wait.
Bit Trip.
Picture.
Yeah, like Bit Trip Runner.
I'm not familiar.
Really?
No.
That's surprising. What's up, bitches? I'm back.
Hey.
Yeah.
But I don't know why I had this thought, like, what if, like, you brought this game to the people in the days of Pong?
They'd be like, wow, this is really cool.
Yeah.
Games are progressing.
Like, not...
The music's weird, though, but I guess, you know, it is video game music.
Like, like, they don't know what games can really look like in our time, but we just show them this.
Honestly, you know what I would probably do?
What?
I would just say that this is Adventure 5. Because, like, Adventure, you also just played as a square.
Yeah.
It's like, this is Adventure 5. They made it a rhythm game. And it's cooperative.
Mm-hmm. Play with your friends.
Yeah. And look, like, they have, like... Because, honestly, this would still look a lot better than what they have.
Yeah. Like, it's improved enough that you're like, yes, this is futuristic,
yeah,
but also simplistic enough where it feels believable.
I mean, heck, the color scheme here, it's very, like, neon on black. So even that kind of feels like vaporwave-ish. So for a society just going into the 80s, they'd be like, whoa!
Because I feel like that'd be a fun thing. So, I mean, you're already talking that. I remember earlier today we were talking about, like, bringing someone from, like, the 1800s to modern day.
And just dropping them off in Times Square.
Yeah.
No context. No help. See how long it takes for them to get murdered. I do say, would you please pull up your trousers, sir? Yo, what the fuck you just say to me?
Oh, no.
This
Alright.
jabroni gonna die. I'm not sure what New York accent that was, but it was, supposedly one. Yeah.
You've never been to New York, right?
No.
Alright.
My mom was in New York, like, a few weeks before 9/11. So that was weird. She brought home a snow globe that I immediately broke.
But then you fixed.
Then
the
years
you
later,
fixed the problem last Christmas.
Yeah,
though.
last Christmas I hunted down the closest version I could get. Hers had the Twin Towers in it because that was just part of the Skyview back then. But I found one that was as close as possible.
Oh shit.
To the one that she had for such a short time. I even I'm pretty sure I even got one that was from the same maker.
Oh.
And it played the same song in the same key and all that stuff. And gave it to her, and it made her cry.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
Oh, that's sweet.
Even if she like immediately knew what it was, because I said I was like when I handed her the present, she was like, "Oh, what is this?" And I'm like, "I'm writing it wrong."
Oh.
And I had you didn't save me.
I didn't. I'm so sorry. There you go.
I have been resurrected. How appropriate for this Easter weekend.
Is it? It's not Easter this weekend.
No, it's not. But when every day is spent at home, what isn't a weekend?
Yeah. Well.
Technically, still.
It's
4 out of 7 days. But
I was gonna say. I mean, it's no. I was gonna say no. I'm still working Monday through Friday. It's very much
fucking
not a
brag about it.
This is honestly the best time I've had working since, like, some really good box office days.
Yeah. I don't have a job right now.
It'll work itself out. Ah,
like
damn!
Right there too. Ah.
No.
Womp womp. No.
No. That is so sad. No.
Ah!
Yeah.
Triumphant.
Oh my god, I love that. Everything about this game looks so good.
It has a great game feel.
Yeah, it's
like it's one of those games where if you asked me to describe it, I'd be like, it just feels really good. Like, and they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, it's just very video gamey. And they're like, what? And I'm like, I don't know. Like,
you know what's something I like?
You ever play BanjoKazooie on the 64? Yeah. You know how that just like feels like so uniquely. This is a video game experience. Yeah, that. That, but not a collectathon. It just. This could only be a video game kind of experience, and it feels so good that it is.
You know, I never got around to playing Banjo.
We gotta play Banjo.
Or add it to the list.
I honestly really hope that either A, they will remaster BanjoKazooie and Banjo-Tooie like they did with Spyro and Crash. And it would be awesome if, like, because Banjo's in Smash now and everybody really liked it, if Microsoft was just like, you know what? Let's port it to the Switch.
Yeah, we tested the waters. We got some positive response.
Us and Nintendo, we're pretty much homies now. Like, we get along. We cross-platform.
Ah, shit.
You know, just maybe like a week of exclusivity to the Xbox. You know, or even a month. I'd deal with a month. Ow. Oh, that was you. Ah!
That was me.
I was waiting for you to save me, and I was like, oh wait, I'm still alive.
No!
Again? Hey it.
I didn't hit the button. That was my bad. But like, it'd be like the feeling you're talking about where it's like gamey. It's like one of those good feelings you can't explain. Like the first time you pick up your Switch and you just like, you know,
hear the click.
Yeah.
It's just that like sensory feedback kind of. Trying to think of another game that's like that, that's older than BanjoKazooie. Surprising? Help! No!
Oh, shit.
You gotta get to the checkpoint. There it is! Thank you. Alright. Surprisingly, the first Super Mario Brothers does not do that for me.
No.
3 definitely does.
Okay, do you still get that? Okay, what was your very first video game you ever played?
Duck Hunt.
Help, 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 help.
Oh shit, I thought it was me again. My bad.
Oh my god.
I thought it was me because I was thinking about what video game I played first. It was definitely on the Nintendo Entertainment System because that was my first console. No, I'm not 60.
You see, no, you just... I hesitate to say cool, but like, again, the old...
Oh, wow.
The old, like, as far as your folks go.
No. My dad could play it being cool, but then you realize that he's racist.
Oh, damn it.
Then you realize that he's a Midwesterner playing it being a deep Southerner. And you're like, oof. The fact that you like comic books and video games, it does not save this.
Yeah. But like,
Ow.
But like, in the way, like, because I wasn't really exposed to old stuff, like that.
Yeah, he did expose me to old stuff.
Yeah, because
cool stuff.
Because the old, as far as like nerd gaming stuff, because like the oldest video game system I had was a PlayStation 1.
Essentially, okay, a good way to describe my childhood in the modern day, it's me.
Oh god, you're right.
Is imagine if a pair of parents raised their kid to be a current day hipster. AKA they raised them on records, video game consoles from the 80s to 90s, like early to mid 90s, and watched old movies on dead media, like VHS.
You ever had a laser disc?
No, I did not have a laser disc. Laser discs?
Laser discs!
Fucking goddamn it. Worst time for my disc lisp to come back out. But, help. We did not have a laser disc. I think my dad wanted one, though, at some point.
I wonder if we still have ours. I'll ask my mom.
Help!
Ah.
Maybe help by not running into the guy.
Don't tell me.
into the weird, I don't know, for some reason.
I keep looking, it looks like a comb.
To me, duck.
Duck?
Yeah, cause like, I don't know, I see the top beak first, and it's just very long-necked duck. Just very long-necked mine seagull.
Yeah, I don't see that. I just seem like a comb.
Yeah. It's the cartoonist in me. I see a character and everything. just get rid of those top, those other cones, and that's a bird.
All right, we got the checkpoint.
Ah
Shit.
Capo. No.
Oh. Okay, we're at least at a checkpoint. How many more chances we got?
1.
Well, poop.
That's what that number that ticks down is.
Okay.
That's our lives. Ow! God, I'm bad at this part.
Did you finish this game before once, right?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Well, poop.
You're about to hit a checkpoint. Just keep it clean. There you go.
Well, I made it just long enough, my dude.
Hey, that's all it takes.
Yep.
The whole of the human race that is existent right now only exists because of generation upon generation of people who survived just long enough.
When you put it that way, yeah.
Oddly inspiring.
Yeah.
Oddly inspiring, also somewhat kind of depressing.
Yeah. Yay, we did it!
No, come back.
That was a me, all me. All me.
Loud music can permanently damage your hearing. Play responsibly. Don't fucking tell me what to do.
I can't hear you!
Over the fucking sick tunes!
Really, I'm thinking like I might invest in like a pair of earbuds the next time if I ever get to go to a concert again.
Yeah, just get some earplugs.
Yeah.
Especially if you're sitting like close.
I feel like I've been to enough concerts at this point that it's starting the post-concert earness bothers me just a smidge bit more every time.
No, I always wear earplugs at concerts.
So I'm like, you aren't as young as you used to be, Kat.
No, I did it when I was a kid too.
Yeah. Like, did you do it by choice, or was it like your parents actually being responsible?
My dad forced me to do it the first time. But then the second time he actually was like, here's why. Because it's way too fucking loud. Because they're playing to the cheap seats, right? Because they gotta have everybody here, and we're not in the cheap seats.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be really, really loud. And there's some people who will just deal with that and adapt, but then they can't hear things in normal life. I'm like, that makes sense. Because that's the thing that I feel like a lot of people don't understand, is that if you actually explain things to kids in a way that makes sense, it would make sense to you, just maybe, you know, more simple terminology because they haven't lived long enough to have as wide of a vocabulary or as many life experiences as you. But if you can do it in a way that, you know, they can relate to, they'll probably fucking listen. But if you force something, that's not gonna work. For instance, before school started making me read, I was a much more avid reader.
Yeah. Like, I'm thinking...
That's true, by the way. I used to love reading. Like, I
think that's the case for, like, so many people.
I read Bram Stoker's Dracula when I was 5.
For funsies.
Because I had it. I mean, it was a truncated version meant for younger readers, but it was still like a whole novel length. I read The Adventures of Tom Sawyer too.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I read that in like a day. No, not a day, but like 2 days. And like I loved reading. You know, it was something to do. It was nice. And then they started making me read bullshit books and overanalyze them. To the point where it got fucking annoying and I never wanted to do it again. So, teachers, especially English teachers, if you can, don't fucking do that.
And, you know, a lot of
At the very least, let a kid pick what they want to read.
And it's hard because a lot of the time they expect the curriculum.
Fuck the curriculum. That's a dumb system that doesn't work and hasn't worked for years.
Oh, I'm trying to think back to something. Like, I feel like have you ever, like this is how do you ever only do something like when you're like in a situation where you're kind of bored and there's no escaping your current situation, like, oh, I'm stuck in class with nothing to do, or, you know, stuff like that. Otherwise you would normally do that activity, like of your own choice.
What do you mean? Like
most of the time, the only times I ever like would draw was if I was bored in class. Like, I wouldn't choose to do that outside of class.
I would draw all the goddamn time. So
yeah, but I'm just saying, like, stuff like that. Because reading was kind of like that too. Like, if I didn't feel like participating in class, I would just read a book. Because is a teacher really gonna just yell at me for reading a book?
They did at me.
Oof.
But then again, I was reading comic books, and apparently those aren't real. It's like, I'm reading, teacher. That's not a real book. And I'm like, really? It has words. Just presented in a way that's more engaging.
Yeah. But
and has stories that I actually give a fuck about. It's like, well, why don't you read Catcher in the Rye? Because that book's boring and not relevant anymore.
But yeah, like, do you kind of understand, like that sort of thing?
Oh, really? Saying? What's the Catcher in the Rye about? A guy gets a fish and then loses the fucking fish. Woo! High drama. Who the fuck cares? No, that's not the Catcher in the Rye.
No,
that's
I was pretty sure Catcher in the Rye was basically like an adolescent boy.
Yeah, no,
pretending to be deep.
Catcher in the Rye, I think, is one of those books where the dog dies at the end. But
Aww.
no, that's where the red fern grows. See, all these books, they're so boring that I forget.
Oh my. Where the Red Fern Grows is the only book my brother ever recommended to me.
Wow, what a dick.
But because he doesn't read, and I'm like, how good could this book actually be? My brother doesn't read, and here I am.
Did he actually read the book, or was he just talking out his ass?
No, he actually read the book.
Oh. I remember
it was one of those. Oh, you could just pick whatever book you want to read for this project, and my brother just randomly picked up that
that's
one.
the thing. We never got to do that. Our teachers never did that. They were never like, oh yeah, you can just read whatever you want. If they had done that ever, I would have actually probably still liked reading a lot more. Because, you know, I would have picked books that I gave a fuck about.
So yeah, Red Fern Grows. That, you know, just
that one. It's a 2 for 1.
I know.
Dogs dying.
I know. I'm just like I was.
Old Man in the Sea. That's the one I was thinking of.
And like just ugly crying in the band hallway in high school reading the ending. God.
I think that was one of those times where like I read that book, got to the last page, and closed the book, and in study hall I just went, that fucking sucked, and I had to go to the office because I said fuck.
Really?
Yep. It's like, why would you say that word? Because I read a book and the ending made me sad. Well, why did you need to say that word? I just told you. That's not a cause for that word. It really felt like it at the time.
I still laughing every now and then. At least my brain went back to this thought. Like when I asked you the other day, like, so how many times did Scott have to go to the office?
Don't ask me that question. Don't put that evil back on me.
Kids, don't be like us.
No, be exactly like me. Just be better at it so that you don't have to go to the office. But don't take shit. Don't.
What?
Ooh, you didn't avoid it. But, you know, just figure out ways to call your teachers on their bullshit without having to go to the office.
Oh god, fuck these attack patterns.
Yeah. It's quick.
It's tricky. So like you got like the quick moving, those quick moving things from the triangle, and then those slowy little prickly things.
Ow. Ow.
Oh.
I'm not feeling the music. Ah! Feel the music, come on. Ow. That didn't work.
You felt it a little too hard.
Yeah, I felt it too hard.
And I did too. Yikes. Not over.
It's not ogre. It's Shrek 5, it's not ogre. God, why isn't it ogre?
I have to find the tweet again. I can't remember if I retweeted it or I just liked it. But it was someone made like a donkey and like Princess Fiona and Shrek and animal like what they looked like in Animal Crossing, and it was kind of a cursed image.
I saw one that was all the characters from Beastars as Animal Crossing characters.
I still need to read that.
Yeah, you do, or watch the anime.
I was thinking because like I'll see how my hand feels tomorrow.
It's basically Japanese high school Zootopia.
Yeah.
Plus murder.
Because I was thinking about reading like in between calls for work tomorrow, just because like I was like towards the end of my shift as I was crocheting, I'm like, my hand really fucking hurts. I'm considering I've been like typing on a computer all day and crocheting with my hands. It's like I should probably give my hands a break for it.
That sounds like me after I do an animation.
Yeah.
No, I gotta get to my friend.
Because like I've been working on a blanket, like, non-stop. Like, you just...
Yeah, literally, the second you finished one, you started another one, you freaking mad lass.
I'm thinking, like, after I give my hand a rest, just so I don't burn myself on the blanket either, like, I get back to that. Oh!
Dang it, I tried to dodge away from it, dodged into it.
I might pick up that Mr. Saturn again, just to get that finished.
The blue?
Yeah. Because I got the nose on one of the feetsies on that one done. I just need the other foot and the body.
I hope it's done by the time we release this video, that way I can put a picture of it.
Blue.
Yeah, she wants to make a Mr. Saturn that's been blued. That's been blue-blued.
Yeah.
By the Happy gang.
Yeah, and I've made 3 other ones of varying sizes already too.
And they're hidden around the house.
Yeah.
Literally, there have been people who show up and are just like, oh, there's a Mr. Saturn. And it's like, yep. Oh, wait, I thought that was over... It is over there. There's multiple Mr. Saturns. Like, yep. I think one person was like, Scott, why did you do this? I'm like, why would you assume... I mean, okay, I know why you would assume I did it, but I didn't do this.
I just like making Mr. Saturns, and then it just kind of happens.
Boing.
Boing, boing.
Come on. No. No, I can't. Come on!
Yeah!
Yes!
Hell yeah!
Ah.
Oh no!
I think at one point when I was like just plowing through this game the first time, it became one of those games where like if I knew I had gotten too many hits too early, I would just like manually restart.
Oh yeah.
Shit.
Scott.
I'm trying. Ugh! No!
Okay.
Yes.
Woo!
No. There we go.
There are other games I used to do that for. Just let myself die if I fucked up too much at the beginning.
Nope, not worth it. Click! A lot of Nintendo games were like that for me. Nope, I'll use password. Poof. Reset. Alright. Next time, we will be back with... Hey everyone, Scott here. Hope you liked the episode. If you did, please click like and subscribe, as it helps the video reach more people. Also, check out some of our other videos if you have some more time. Bye, have a great day.